Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first episode of Talkin TBW. This is a brand new series where we'll sit down with competitors who have shaped TBW, discuss biggest moments in company history, talk about things like rivalries, championships, and stories behind matches, kind of give you a chance to hear more of like a different perspective and directly from the people who kind of laid the foundation, especially since we've just hit 10,000 subscribers here. For our very first guest, though, I just want to go ahead and dive right in. We wanted someone whose career is kind of deeply connected to the history of the company. Our guest has been part of TBW since Rampage Episode 1 nearly 9 years ago to the day. He's remained one of the company's most recognizable competitors. He's competed through every era, faced many of the biggest names to step into the ring for TBW, and continued to be a major part of the conversation year after year. Over the course of these 9 years, coming up on 10 real soon, he's built one of the most decorated careers in company history. A 7-time TBW world champion, proving time and time again that he can compete at the highest level. He's won Tennessee State Classics, one of the most prestigious tournaments there is in the company and really in backyard wrestling as a whole. He's captured the hardcore championship, showing he can adapt to a completely different style of competition when need be. He's even a 2-time United States champion, a former tag team champion, a former continental champion, finding success across multiple divisions throughout his entire career. On top of that, he became a Gold in the Vault winner, earning one of the biggest opportunities you can in TBW. Most recently, at Anniversary himself, he defeated Robbie Andrews to become the TBW TriStar champion, adding another championship to an already remarkable list of accomplishments. It was a victory that further cemented his place among the most successful competitors in company history and marked yet another milestone in a career that has lasted nearly a decade and doesn't seem to be looking to slow down anytime soon. Of course, championships are only part of the history. Throughout that career, he's developed a reputation for being one of the most confident and, depending on who you ask, one of the most controversial personalities in TBW themselves. He's never hidden his belief that he's the best competitor in company history, and he's consistently backed the confidence with results inside the ring. That attitude has earned him plenty of supporters, plenty of critics, and has made him one of the most talked about names on the roster and in backyard wrestling as a whole. Whether fans agree with him or not, his accomplishments have made him one of the defining competitors of the past 9 years. Few wrestlers have remained at the top of TBW for as long as he has, and even fewer have collected the championships and accolades that he has along the way. Tonight, we'll kind of discuss plenty of things, such as a journey from Rampage, the very first one from back in the day, all the way to present day, what it's been like growing alongside a facet of multiple talents that have kind of come through TBW, the biggest moments of his career, both highs, maybe even lows, the rivalries that have helped define him, and even getting to the point of him becoming TriStar champion. In addition to that, we may even see if we can get him to kind of discuss his partnership with Connor Case and what goals remain for someone who has already accomplished so much. And ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure, without further ado, to welcome the first ever guest on Talkin TBW, the reigning TBW TriStar champion, Atomic Titan.
I'm glad to be here. Now, Andrew, let's bring on the man that everyone's been talking about. Let's bring on Connor Case. I'm sure you have an introduction for him as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's time to introduce the second guest, as you kind of already touched on. His story in TBW is only just beginning, but he's already made one of the biggest impacts of the year. Before arriving here in TBW, he built his name as a competitor in KWA, where he competed as a backyard wrestler and even developed a reputation that eventually has led to him to the professional wrestling ring himself. After gaining experience inside the professional wrestling world, he has made the decision to join TBW, bringing a new chapter to his career and really just kind of in general to see where he can go forward. While he has yet to compete in his first TBW match, that hasn't stopped him from making headlines because, as we saw at Anniversary, during the title match with the TBW Championship on the line between yourself and Robbie Andrews, the entire landscape of TBW kind of decided to take a change because just when it looked like anything could happen, Connor made his presence felt in a shocking moment where he aligned himself with you and turned on Robbie Andrews, who's supposed to be, and what I kind of take it as his best friend. So he helped you secure the victory and become the new TriStar champion, and that single moment immediately made Connor Case one of the most talked about names in the company today. Questions are already circulating throughout the locker room and among the fans themselves, like why did he do it, and what does this alliance mean with Titan going forward? Was this planned all along, and what does Connor Case hope to accomplish now that he's made his intentions clear? Although his in-ring debut is still ahead of him, he's already inserted himself into the company's biggest stories, standing beside one of the most accomplished champions. Tonight we'll hear directly from Connor Case about his journey all the way from KWA, to professional wrestling, and why he has chosen to align himself with you, what happened at Anniversary, and what his goals are with TBW, what fans can expect, and everything in between going forward. So, ladies and gentlemen, making his first appearance on Talking TBW, none other than the true professional himself, Connor Case.
Hey, there's my boy Titan. What is up, bro? Andrew, pleasure's mine. Glad to be here.
Absolutely, my friend. It's nice to see you again. Titan, how are we doing today?
I'm doing great. It's always great when you are Atomic Titan and you're the TriStar champion. Just so great.
Absolutely. Connor, we doing good there as well, I'm assuming?
I'm here. Other than people keep blowing my phone up, I'm living.
You are a highly sought after man. I'm definitely sure on that one. It seems like you tend to stay busy all the time these days. So let's just go ahead and kind of get it started. Titan, let's kind of go from the beginning. Does that sound good to you?
Sure.
Sure. So you have been instrumental in the success of TBW since day one. I don't think anybody could argue that fact, whether they like you, they love you, or they hate you. I don't think you can deny that. If we go all the way back to the beginning of TBW, what kind of laid that foundation to make you like who you are? Because you started as somebody with like a mask, and you've transitioned into the confident, the bravado of somebody with those sunglasses on. Like, what made you change from that to what you are now?
I've always been the best. What do you mean? Ever since day one, I'm the reason that TBW got to 10,000 subscribers. I've won multiple championships. I've done it all.
That you have for sure. And I know this is quite an accomplishment for you to gather the TriStar Championship, but exactly how do you picture it going forward for you from here? Because again, we've got a lot of ground to cover with the beginning of TBW, going all the way back to the first episode of Rampage. Again, you played a factor in creating that. So, like, what would you say has made it so successful now?
Connor, can you believe him asking me these ridiculous questions like that? You should just go back and watch all of my history, what I've done.
Man, you're talking almost 200 episodes that we would have to watch and countless pay-per-views. And I don't think that even really scratches the surface because there's other places you have been and kind of ventured over to and made a name for yourself. So why don't you enlighten me a little bit, please?
You see, all from episode 1, I became the United States champion. That same year, I won the World Championship twice in 2017. I won the Tennessee State Classic Tournament, the first one ever. I have done it all. I've won the Gold in the Vault briefcase. I cashed in at season finale 4 on Little Mike. I defeated multiple people at All Hallows Mania for the Hardcore Championship. I went on to now being the TriStar champion. I've been in multiple main events. I went against Ledger Shade. I've went against Gage Flair. I beat Gage Flair at Anniversary 6. There's multiple things I've done. That's why I am the best, and I'm at the very top.
Sure,
Any more
sure.
ridiculous questions?
Well, one would want to kind of question, I guess, in the beginning days, I know that Little Mike played a huge factor carrying that heavyweight title himself and kind of having some of the big feuds. So could you not make the same argument that Little Mike was just as instrumental, if not more so, than yourself in the early days?
I guess you could say that a little bit. You know, I carried Little Mike just a little bit, just like I carried everybody else. Yeah, Little Mike, he was a big star. Where's he at now? Exactly. I'm still here. Where's all the other people at? I've been here since day one. None of them people are even here anymore, except maybe like 4 of us. So what does that
Sure,
say?
sure. Very valid point. Connor, you care to chime in there?
Hey, like you said, man, he's brought it what it is today, and I'm just saying, since me and him partnered up, we went straight to 10,000 subscribers. So
It was best for business. That's exactly what it was.
Absolutely. So do you think that not to get off course, but do you think the title change and the partnership there is what got you to 10,000?
Of course, it's always been heading that way. Ledger Shade, he wants to sit here and say the Anarchy era made us get to so many subscribers. It was actually me. I've been here consistent. I've been doing everything I can. Even last year as GM, you could say I take TBW to 10,000 subscribers. That's exactly what I did. I was pushing the product. I was the best general manager TBW has ever seen.
Well, I mean, this is true that you were the general manager last year, but one could also argue that you just really did it to be a thorn in the side of the most successful star we've seen in TBW. Was it that you're trying to grow the promotion, or were you trying to destroy it from within?
Oh, what a funny question. You know what? I shouldn't even be on here. You're wasting my time. What a ridiculous question. Whoever the hell you are. That's so
Hey,
stupid. Really? You want to
I
ask
was just
me, of
told to
all
ask the
people, that?
questions here, my
Have you
friend.
not
I
seen
was
what
just
I've
told to ask the
done? Have you
questions.
not done your research?
Oh, for
I
sure,
feel
for sure.
disrespected. You know what, Connor? We feel disrespected.
I
That's ridiculous.
gotta learn eventually, my man.
Of course I growed the promotion. Really? What was that
Fair.
even? What was the point of that question? Really? To break it from within? Are you stupid?
Hey, I mean, it sounds like to me you just don't really want to answer what I'm asking you, though, because it also seems the fans are seeing the same thing. We can read the comments
You
here as we're
see,
kind of
the
going along.
problem was Ledger Shade and his Anarchy era was getting repetitive and boring. You think people wanted to see that continue for so long? No. We needed something else. And that's exactly why I took it down. You see, I came back to TBW after a 7-month hiatus back in 2022. And I said that I would take down the Anarchy era one way or another. And that's exactly what I
Man,
did.
I had to take a breather, man. Yeah,
That's what I did.
Okay, fair. So then you feel like you kind of grew the promotion from day one, but what do we feel like the Anarchy era did for TBW? Because as far as I can tell, viewership was at an all-time high. He had the most successful title reign that we've ever seen, just shy of 1,000 days. I think about, what was it, 956 days total. He had somewhere around 20 title defenses against 17 different opponents. So how do we argue against that's what grew TBW to 2,000 subscribers compared to what you were doing before that title reign?
Oh, I'm not even gonna answer that. Let's just go to the next question because that's so ridiculous. Once again, what a crazy question. I can't even believe you said that.
Hey,
Really?
I mean,
You
I
want to
get
be
told to ask the
biased?
questions.
You want to be biased?
That's the first episode, so we'll cut him some slack. But
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Seems to be that Connor's a little more forgiving here than what you are, Mr. Totten. Connor, how long have you followed TBW, and what, if it's been longer than a short period of time, what has finally brought you here?
well, like I said, I did start in the backyard myself about 4 years ago. A little promotion called KWA, and that led me to me Troy Titan TBW, and that led to a very interesting partnership. Then I stopped, went to the pro world, and now we're here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I don't think anybody could argue that it will be an interesting partnership going forward. But still, again, we don't want to get too far off track. Totten. So, 2 title reigns in the first year. You accomplished 5 more. But then the discussion, I feel like, would be it was almost 3 years between your hardcore title reign and now your TriStar title reign. What took you so long to get back to the top of the mountain?
What took me so long? You see, I could have easily went and won a title, but you see, my focus between then and there was these people. They wanted to try to prove me wrong or do something, something stupid. They wanted to try to take down Titan, but I didn't let that happen. I've lost some, I've won some, but the past 3 years I've been general manager. I've been in feuds. I've been chasing the Intercontinental Championship. I wasn't successful at that. I wasn't successful at the world title, but I was successful, like I said, with the Anarchy era. And now let's just focus on the future. I am the TriStar champion. And whether or not you like how I won it, it don't really matter.
Sure.
So get over it.
One would have to respect the longevity of such a successful career, that's for sure. If you had to look back on what you've done in TBW so far, what has been your favorite, I guess, feud or set of matches that you had?
Let me think about that. I would say one would be kicking Joshua Allen's ass. I did that many times over the years. That's how I actually became the general manager. I would say another one, Gage Flair. We had great matches. Also, Robbie Andrews. I got to give it to him. We've been rivals, partners since the very beginning of TBW. But, yeah, I would say probably those.
Sure. I know in my research, I kind of started following TBW within the last couple of years. And going back and watching some of my matches, one of my feuds that I kind of really got me hooked was the one that you had with Big Mac for the heavyweight title. If I'm not mistaken, that was the last heavyweight title run that you had. Kind of, I guess, really talk about what really led from there, because it seems like it's not really so much that you lost your way, but it was building and rebuilding in different places to kind of get back to where you are, and kind of how the product's really grown since then as well, because you were kind of in this little a mat on the ground with a couple stakes in the ground, and you've evolved into an actual ring with a beautiful setup as far as I'm concerned. Like, how do we go from having the 7th title reign with a mat on the ground to now?
Yeah, TBW's evolved a lot over the past couple of years. When I was world champion last time, it was just a self-built ring, and then since then, we've got a real ring. We've had that for like 3 years now. Yeah, it's evolved a lot, I would say. As I've grown as a competitor, I've grown in TBW a lot since then, I would say.
You have most certainly grown, but I think we could also argue you've kind of changed. Back in those days, you didn't really necessarily despise the fans of what you do now. You kind of wrestled for the fans. So what clicked to make you stop being for the fans to what you are now?
You talking about when I came back, that whole Fascade, that whole thing. You see, I realized that I'm not for none of these people. What do these people have to give me? Nothing. They want to sit there and complain after I lost multiple times. That's exactly how these people are. They're never happy. They would have turned on me just like that, and that's exactly what they did multiple times. So why do I have to make anything or anybody happy? What's the
What is it
point?
Is it that the fans turned against you, or did you turn your back on them?
I would say, like I said back when I won the hardcore championship, that they turned on me.
Sure, sure. We could definitely see that. I remember that feud well. I know you had the feud with Manny Cobra during that time frame. You had the hardcore title run, which is actually a beautiful strap. Would actually like to see it back someday. Who knows? But I know you had that match or that feud. Excuse me. You carried that belt, and then since then, I mean, it seems to be that while the product has grown and you had your wins here and there, it seems like you've had quite a few losses as well. So what's kind of turned your luck around?
I gotta thank
Gotta talk negative.
Honor Case right here. I gotta thank him.
Oh, stop it.
Look at what he did. But it's because I'm the best. I mean, you can't deny that. I've been the best since day one. So
Do you truly believe you are the best, or do you just say that day in and day out?
of course. What kind of question is that? I've been saying that ever since episode 1. What a ridiculous question.
Hey, I get told what questions to ask my friend. I just ask them like I'm instructed to.
This must be from Matthew Joseph or somebody. I know they're against
Josh
me.
Ross. There's definitely
Josh
can't-
Ross, yeah, probably. How about
Hey,
we
don't-
get Roger Cross on here? He actually knows what he's talking about.
Sure, we could definitely see who else we can get on here. I do tend to try to not reveal my sources too much, of course. But as far as you being the best, Connor, did that make a big factor in the decision you made him being the best, knowing that the partnership you all made would kind of send shockwaves through TBW and backyard wrestling as a whole, because it kind of seems like that's what's happened?
Listen. Anything to do, any questions to do with this partnership will be answered on 195.
Exactly.
The only thing I will say is that I have signed a lengthy contract with TBW, so you will be seeing me for quite a while.
Wonderful. What can we actually expect from you going forward, though? I know we're saying the 195 hints, but what will we see out of you in the ring?
Listen, I don't need to wrestle, but if I have to, I will. All you got to do is keep tuning in.
Okay. So what I'm kind of hearing you say here is the future is bright for the both of you.
Of course.
Absolutely.
You
So
see,
what does
Robbie Andrews, he's a fool. Like I said, at anniversary, I'm always one step ahead. He didn't see this coming. He was trying to stab me in the back like he always does, but I was at one step ahead, and I'm always smarter than him. And then this is the end result right here. TriStar champion. I would say he had one of the most boring runs. I eliminated him from the Raging Rumble, so I took my chance. And now you see the end result. You see the end result with Connor Case.
you don't think Robbie will set out to get his revenge on the both of you?
Robbie's gone.
He's probably gone. He's probably recovering. He's probably
Listen. We can talk about anything but Robbie. Let's no.
Well, no, Connor, I think I want to touch into that there. You seem like you don't want to discuss him too much. Is that because you turned your back on him?
Listen, it doesn't take long for me to take that leave button. I can leave. Like anything. I don't have to talk about this around. Like we said, we were talking about it at 195. That's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna take that.
Sure.
We're not talking about it.
The only reason why I had questions about that is because it kind of seemed like whenever everything went down, it seemed like you kind of struggled with the decision within yourself to kind of have the execution at the end of that match to assist Titan here with winning basically the only championship he hasn't really gotten his hands on. So was it that you struggled with it, or was it just the fact that it was just the heat of the moment, you didn't really know how to react?
Rampage 195.
You know what? We should take a look at the comments. What are these people saying to us? What are these marks saying?
Let's see. It
See what
looks
they gotta
like
say.
hashtag Robbie got robbed is kind of starting
Pull
to
them
trend
up.
a little bit.
Pull all of these up. Go from the very beginning. Let's see what they gotta say.
Let's see.
If anyone has any questions for your TriStar champion, go ahead.
Yes, anybody who has questions, go ahead and post them here. Let's see. I'm throwing everybody's comments up here by accident. Bear with me. I'm not perfect. Can't believe Ledger Shade got robbed. How do you feel about that one?
It was bound to happen. You see, Jay Kolsch one step ahead of him. Him and Charlie Sane, we've we had a tag match at Redemption. I believe it was last year. They know what they're doing. Ledger Shade. It was bound to happen that you got screwed. You're not what you think you are.
This next one here is one I want to get your input on. I'm going to throw it on the screen for you. Happy with Clay's title shot. How does that make you feel after injury Clay turned his back on you?
You know, I send him the best wishes and, congratulations, but I would have took him even further if he would have just stayed with Titan Inc. But congratulations, Clay. You'll come crawling back sooner than later.
It also looks like we have got a comment here from one of your old rivals that I think you kind of may want to see. So I'm going to throw that up here as well. How's that make you feel?
I'm not going to lie. He did make this title prestigious somewhat, but I'm going to do even better. So
probably got a lot of free time since he's in the retirement home.
Yeah, probably. He's probably watching from the retirement home. Who doesn't want to watch Atomic Titan?
Well, does that mean that you'd be open-minded to confronting Gage if he decided to step out of retirement?
He's not. He wouldn't dare.
Yeah.
I mean, he ain't. I'm gonna make sure he doesn't do it.
He hasn't wrestled in so long. Is he even capable of keeping up with someone like me now? He should just stay on the sidelines. That's what's best for him.
I will say we may have some difference of opinions on some stuff, Totten, but you have looked like you are in the best shape of your career, so you definitely are staying at it. I would imagine you have a wonderful workout routine.
Yeah, of course. The very best.
Here's another one, though, from the same gentleman that seems to feel like you winning it has lost it some value.
Lost value? It lost value when Robbie Andrews was TriStar champion. If it wasn't for Ledger Shade, Robbie Andrews wouldn't even be champion. I don't even know how he still had that title for so long. You know what? I guess I'll just have to do what I always do and prove them wrong.
And it looks like this is another rival of yours that you may not want to hear from, but I'm going to throw his comment up here as well. Always a crybaby. If it wasn't for me, there'd be no Titan with TBW. That looks like that's coming from the Painmaker himself. How does that make you feel?
Joshua Allen, the Painmaker. Just shut up. You want me to embarrass you again in front of the whole TBW universe like I have done for multiple years? So sit down and shut up and give me the respect I deserve. I've done a lot more than you ever could in TBW. When people think of TBW, they think of me, not you.
all I'm saying is Titan here's got a title. Where's Ledger's?
Yeah, and where's yours, Painmaker? Since you want to sometimes step back in the ring, where's it at? Oh, yeah, you don't have one because you're not relevant like me. You're nowhere near me. You don't have my charisma. You don't have my talent. You have nothing of mine. So your best bet is to sit down and shut up.
I would be open-minded to seeing the true professional step into the ring with the Painmaker.
That'll be a cakewalk. Do you want him to get embarrassed? That would end in like not even less than a minute.
Sounds like a challenge to me.
I wouldn't
I
even.
don't.
That's a liability.
Yeah,
Fair, fair. Let's see if we've got some actual questions here, though. It looks like from one user, how does Totten stay motivated to stop being hated by the fans?
It's easy. I don't listen to none of these people. I say what I say what I am. I'm the best, and I've been proving that for a long time. There's nothing nobody can do about it. So it's easy to stay motivated when you're Atomic Titan. There's been some frustrating moments, but I'm not scared of nobody.
Absolutely. Then that will have you go right into this next question here. Why can't you win without cheating?
You ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Hey,
Do you really
I
think I
heard a very
care?
wise man tell me when I was young, it's only cheating if you get caught.
Yeah, I never get caught. So what is your problem? I'm still
Hey,
the
man,
winner at the end of the day.
these are coming from the people that got you all to 10,000 subscribers. That's all that I know. But this is another one I think we would all love to see. When will you take on Chaotic?
I believe I did actually a few episodes ago. I believe I beat him. I'm not sure. Maybe. I can't even remember the last time I faced him. It was something like that, but I mean, you never know. But Chaotic, he's nothing to me. He's another stepping stone. If he wants to come
Here's
for
the
the TriStar champion, he's just gonna be stepped down.
here's the thing though. Last time you faced Chaotic, I don't believe you had the TriStar title quite yet.
Uh-huh.
So that could have kind of added a little ante to the match at that point. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I could agree with that, but like I said, Chaotic has no chance against Atomic Titan. None of these people on this roster have a chance against me. So just stay at the back of the line. I mean, if the GM Johnny J wants to make it official for a Rampage, give him a little taste of myself, but they're just gonna get the 1, 2, 3, just like Robbie Andrews did at Anniversary.
Do you think you can do that without Connor's help?
Of course. You see, Chaotic is below me. Has he ever won the world championship? Has he
Not that I'm aware
been
of. No.
exactly? There's no championship around his waist, and there would never be. I'm just the best.
This is one I want to throw. It's not a question, but a comment, and see what you think.
Here we go.
Let the Paymaker challenge for the TriStar title if you're so good.
You know,
He's just trying to stay relevant because Ledger couldn't pull the job.
that's all he's in the comments about. They want to mark over Joshua Allen. Probably them stupid TikTok fans, I'm assuming. Yeah, Joshua Allen, he don't stand a chance. I don't remember the last time he was in a ring. I don't remember the last time he was capable of even being in the same ring as me.
Wait,
I mean, the
no, I
last
think,
time I beat him.
yeah, I was about to say, last time I think he was in the ring, he lost to you. So,
Yeah,
That's all. And
twice. Once
wasn't that
at
when you
Redemption
became?
and once at Season Finale 8. Does he want it to make a third time? Actually, I could count probably not even on my fingers how many times I beat him. It's been so many times.
So if you've beaten him so many times and still could going forward, does that mean you have his number if he ever did decide to try to step into the ring with you?
Yeah, of course. I beat him so many times.
Okay.
If he wanted to step up to me, he can go ahead. We all know the end result.
Okay, maybe we'll just have to forward it up to the head people, Matthew Joseph himself, and see what they say. But
Matthew
here's a
Joseph.
question for Connor specifically. Actually, I'm going to throw it up there.
For me,
Is Connor afraid of Ledger's shade now that he has gotten in the Anarchy King's way?
I've gotten in his way. Whoa. I'll tell you this. I'm not afraid of anybody. I'm the true professional. If you know what? I'll give you a little insider. I told Titan here, one of the men that I want Ledger. At some point, when I want to go for Ledger, I'll go for Ledger. I don't think he'll come back. I don't think he's got the guts to show back up now that he lost to Jake Holst. Because that's pretty embarrassing. He cannot get his title back.
Okay. Would it not be a good argument that he was kind of screwed out of that title match?
You always got to have eyes in the back of your head. You always got to see what's coming.
He said he got too focused that he was champion for years, and he forgot that anything can happen in the business.
This is fair.
Yeah, Ledger Shade, I'm sure he's going to be afraid to even come back from that devastating loss. But you see, if I lost this title right now, I would be on the next episode of Rampage trying to get that thing back.
And it seems like if that did happen to you and you needed to try to get it back, you have what seems to be not only the perfect partner, but you developed a good manager now as well. Where is Jax currently?
Yeah, I'm sure he's out doing some things for Atomic Titan. You'll see him on the next episode. Good fan backstage. I met backstage. Good fan. Wow, really impressed me. So yeah, he got hired on the Titan Inc. Impressive.
I have been hearing he's been doing some stuff on the back end for you, kind of from a business standpoint, to make sure you're kind of set up for the future going forward, because he seems to be a very, very, very intelligent human being. So I think you've kind of got the brains with him, you kind of got the brawn with Connor here. So I think that's kind of what's going to help y'all for Tottenham going forward. I've only got one or two more questions I want to do here, and then we're going to kind of change pace a little bit. This is another one for you, Connor.
For me, wow.
How do you feel after betraying Robbie?
Rampage 195.
I would say good, but that's for him to answer.
Sure. And this will be the last question for now. Like I said, we'll transition into some other stuff here. Let's talk about how Atomic Titan screwed over Viking from BYCW to win the Macon Iron Cup at Anniversary 8. Did you really need to screw him over, or do you think you won that fair and square because you were just that good?
I think he's talking about the Macon Iron Cup. Yeah, exactly. Let me think. Who even is Viking? Trying to remember. I think it's that one guy. Yeah. He's not really relevant to me. I did what I had to do. He's talking about when Andrew Clay threw him over the top rope after I gave him the attitude adjustment. I won the Macon Iron Cup. Yeah, I mean, that felt great. I didn't screw him over. That's just business. That's what you have to do.
That is kind of part of what I think you kind of.
What a ridiculous question, BYCW. If I was in BYCW, I would probably be the world champion. I'm that damn good. I would hold all their damn titles. I could go there and make a name for myself. The subscriber rate would go up. The views would go up when I'm on there.
Maybe you guys both need to venture over there and see if you can get them to 10,000 subscribers as well.
We might. You never know.
That presents me kind of where I said we're going to transition here. We know we've got 195 coming up here soon. I'm sure both between it being the 195th episode of Rampage, which that alone is an accomplishment within itself. We're also kind of celebrating the fact that you have achieve 10,000 subscribers. Let's ignore everything on the back end of who like you are, who Connor is, who I'm, who anybody is. But it took an army to get TBW to 10,000 subscribers, but it was all a joint thing.
Yeah.
So going forward, that episode will celebrate that. But then right after that, around the corner is Summer Bash. So what do we have in mind for Summer Bash?
In mind for Summer Bash, I think I deserve the night off. Honestly, I might not even be there. You never know. We might be on vacation. Summer, beach.
Ooh,
I'll
look into that.
Yeah, what do you think about that, Connor?
I like the beach.
But I mean, if we're scheduled, we might have a championship match. I guess you'll just have to see. There's a lot that could happen. But as of right now, I think we got a vacation scheduled.
We got a celebration planned for 195.
Yeah, 195 coming soon. There will be a championship celebration. So tune in, be there.
There better be cake.
Better be cake and drinks. Better be the whole 9 yards. So TBW, I am your TriStar champion. I'm the very best. So you better have everything possible there.
Absolutely. Now, when we obviously will get past Summer Bash, where does Totten go for the rest of the season from here? And Connor, for that matter, too. Where do you all go from here after that? Do you just continue to dominate the same game? Do you move on to other feuds, or do you kind of transition into maybe challenging even outsiders to kind of see if you can dominate there as well? Because from the looks of it, BYCW isn't backing down for me, because they've even thrown this comment up there for you, the fact that they're not too far behind TBW. So would you be interested in kind of crossing that bridge when you come to it, or where do you think you go from here?
Anybody that wants to step up, come on. But you see BYCW, come along, like I just said. I'll take on anybody on your roster. I'll take them down. That's what I do. The rest of the season, we look to dominate, like you said. Gonna hold this championship for a very long time. It's never coming off of me. Connor Case, he's not going anywhere. He's going to remain in Titan Inc. He's not going to turn his back on Atomic Titan. That's not how it's going to go. You may think that, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. See, you'll see us maybe even next year at anniversary still holding this championship and defending it. You may see a championship around his waist. He might be world champion, intercontinental champion. We might be tag team champions. You never know.
This is very true. Connor, I will give you plenty of props. I think you are a highly capable wrestler. Totten, you are as well. So I definitely do think we could see a crazy amount of success for you going forward. And I think that's what makes it so interesting. The thing that kind of stands out to me is it seems like every year for the last couple of years that maybe you kind of put your trust in other people for these groups, such as having, you had KJ, you had Andrew Clay last year. That group, it kind of seemed like they turned on you there towards the end. Cotton Industries, I don't think was necessarily the best end to everything either. It just seems like you're putting your trust in these people to kind of partner with you, like you're maybe trying to lead them and guide them to kind of get to where they can be, but they tend to not appreciate that towards the end.
Yeah, of course. You see Andrew Clay, KJ Holloway, they were part of Titan Inc. last year, Titan Industries, same thing. What did I do for them? I took them a very long ways. I made them relevant. They were nobodies. They weren't even on my level. And they want to turn their back on me. What has KJ Holloway even done since leaving Titan Inc.?
Last I heard for KJ, it seems like he's kind of ventured off into some other promotions, but from my understanding, he kind of took what you were helping him learn along the way and kind of tweaking it, because it seems like he's trying to grow his name elsewhere thanks to the guidance that you gave him.
Well, I mean, congratulations to him. I'm glad that I could be a mentor, but he's gonna be one of those that comes crawling back eventually to me because he needs my help. He needs me. That's how it always is. I've seen it so many times over the years with so many people that want to be in factions with me, be tag team partners. They want to be best friends. They always come back. Let's look, for example, at Joshua Allen. uh,
It
but
seems like
yeah,
Joshua Allen kind of did just disappear after his loss. It's almost as if he felt like maybe he kind of let the TBW fans down whenever he couldn't, maintain his stronghold on the GM position. Um, it seems like to here one of the things I kind of see keep popping up both comments here or even in post on like TikTok or even YouTube for that matter. Why does TBW not have a tag team division? Because it seems like if you and Connor decided to run with a tag team title run, you would dominate.
yeah, obviously we would. We would be at the very top of that. You see, I think if TVW had a few more competitors, we could have a tag division. It's possible. Trying to work on that. I'd say management. You can direct message them, talk to them about it. They might make it possible. But yeah, that's probably what it is.
I
But of
do
course,
I
yeah,
do
we
tend
would
to
we
keep
would
in
run
contact with Matthew Joseph, so I may try to run that one up with him there and just kind of see what he has to say.
it. Where's that guy even been?
He seems like he's still just kind of trying to do more stuff behind the scenes to kind of grow again from a business standpoint and expand. He's wanting to introduce some new stuff in the future, I know, going forward. So we'll kind of see where that evolves the product and what we do with that there. Connor, I kind of wanted to come back to you a little bit here. I know we've kind of touched on it some throughout the night and the discussion here. You kind of transitioned for a while into like an independent wrestling role. You're here at TBW. I get the whole partnership with Todd, and I kind of get, hey, he's the best, so I should be with him. Why come to TBW though? You've accomplished so much up to this point. Why come here? Is it to teach people? Is it to try to show them how good you are? What is it exactly?
Well, like I said, like you said it perfect. I took over the pro world. I've worked with legends, Hall of Famers for major companies such as MLW, WWE. And what better way for the person that's the best in the pro world and the best in the backyard world? Think about what they can do together.
Yeah, we're taking over.
But then at what point do we sit here and we compare the best of the backyard world to the best of the pro world? What do we do there?
What are you trying to say? You trying to say for us to go against each other?
I mean,
That's
I'm
not
just
what's going
saying,
to happen.
how do we
He's trying
determine
to turn us
who
against each other. That's exactly what
no,
it is.
absolutely not. I just want to see how do we determine who the best is between the two of you from there.
Listen, we don't put in Titan Inc. We don't put one above the other. We're all the
Nah.
best. That's why we're together.
Yeah.
If people are the best, they'd be with us.
So basically, it's more than one kind of link in the chain is what it takes to make it successful. Is that what you mean?
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I definitely do think that's important for you all both. I do think it will be kind of interesting to see what we do from here because there's just so much stuff that you all could do with it. I want to see gold on both of you. Actually, I know, believe it or not, some of my questions tonight may kind of upset you or have upset you a little bit there, Totten and Connor, for that matter. But I do highly respect the both of you, and I'm proud to see what you have both accomplished so far in such a short time for Connor here, but also to see what you have done for the company, Todd, because it is definitely important for the growth, and it's kind of been organic with you. It's not been like an outsider brought in. You are a TBW homegrown talent that has kind of been there, like we said, since day one. Like I said earlier, you had a mask. You transitioned from the mask to the Confident Shades. You've had 2 U.S. title runs, the world title runs, the hardcore title runs. You've kind of done it all. So what else is there for you to do from here?
When when an opportunity comes up, I never pass it. So, I mean, there could be a lot more. You know, a lot of people have said Atomic Titan should be a world champion again. I could win another world title in the near future. I could do a lot. There's a ending possibilities for myself. I've had a lot of great matches and feuds over the years. A lot of talent that come and go, and it's always a never-ending story. So yeah,
Do you think you have an eighth world title run left in you?
yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's why with the TriStar Championship, I'm gonna prove that. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm never gonna lose this, but if I ever do, yeah, I think I should be considered for a world title opportunity. You know, I'm the one that helped TBW reach 10,000. I'm the one that's carried this company on my back. I'm just that good. So
I'm just saying, Kolsch was a part of your group, and now look where he's gotten.
I've actually beat him in the past. So J. Kolsch, you got lucky last time in a hardcore match against me on a rampage. But I beat you many times in the past. So don't get too comfortable. Or whoever is world champion in the future.
So are those two matches, correct me if I'm wrong, but those are the only two matches that you and Kolsch have had against each other, right?
I believe so, yeah. Tennessee State Classic, I believe the last one. And then it was actually recent. There might have been more. I can't really remember. I've been in so many matches and so many other promotions as well in this area. So it's just hard to keep up with. I'm
This is
doing it
an
all.
interesting one, not to interrupt you there, Todd, and I do apologize.
Oh, you're
This is an
fine.
interesting one I want to throw up on the screen for you here that somebody is mentioning. We want to hear Kolsch without his management.
Well,
The reason why I post that, do you think that it would be interesting to hear Kolsch speak on behalf of himself without Charlie seen as his mouthpiece?
yeah, I mean, we gotta see if he can even do it
He's the world
himself.
champion. He wants to be world champion. He's got to do things on his own.
Hey,
This is
maybe
true.
you should bring them on next time.
I would be
Future.
more than happy to do that. I think no matter where your opinions lie on likes or dislikes of competitors, I think that Charlie's scene is an anomaly as far as how he can speak. It's unbelievable, and it seems like for Kolsch, there's so many things that I know who you guys are, so don't take this against you all. Kolsch is such a strong competitor as far as his in-ring ability and what he can accomplish. So I do think that if we could ever have like a champion versus champion match, whether it be for the title or not, or whether it just be current day best versus the historically best, you know, if it's the greatest versus the best, whatever, that would be such an interesting thing to see. Because the other thing too is like you'd still have scene there to do kind of like your promos or the way he talks for Colt a lot of the times, but we would have you to kind of talk as well. In addition to Connor, to me, that would be magic. I don't know how you all feel, but that would be such a beautiful thing to see unfold on screen.
I don't like I said, I don't have a problem with them too. They helped me at Redemption last year. I haven't had any bad things with them.
They do what's best for business.
Exactly. I mean, we had a hardcore match, me and Kolsch, a couple rampages ago. But besides that, I have nothing against him. Much respect. He's doing what he does, but one thing I don't like is Charlie calling him the best. You see, that just don't fly with me. That's my thing. That's me. Come up with something else. Until he can prove he's better than me, but
Trademark, so he can't take it.
yeah.
Take all his money.
Yeah. So,
See, the thing
yeah.
is too that I look at that from a fan perspective, because let's be honest, that's primarily what I am. I'm just a fan. But what I sit here and I think of is you may not necessarily have an issue with culture scene, and for all intents and purposes, they may not have an issue with you. I wouldn't think so, or they wouldn't have kind of helped you out when they did. But at some point, especially if we're going to get another world title run out of you, or the possibility that we're going to have to see you all collide at some point. So how do you handle that if you don't have an issue with one another?
I mean, we could have a respectful match, possibly, but you really see myself doing that or him? That's where it takes a turn. That's where it takes a turn.
To be honest, between really the four of y'all, including you two and them, Scene and Kolsch, I don't think it'd be a respectful match. I think it'd be a damn good match, but I don't think it'd be respectful, no.
Yeah, so, I mean, if that opportunity comes up, I'll definitely take it. I'm sure Connor Case would take it. Sure, anybody would take that. Who wouldn't want to be world champion? You see, we always have a plan. He could become world champion. I could. It's easy. But we haven't been presented that opportunity. But if we do, we'll take it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it does seem like from here that you've got kind of an idea in mind of where you want to move with going forward. So, I mean, we kind of know that. We kind of know how you feel, Connor, and kind of what you're expecting from now going into the later parts of the season, because we're, probably about halfway through this season, if I'm not mistaken. What other shows do we have the rest of the year? I know we've got Summer Bash, but what else do we have?
I'm not really
They probably haven't ran too many of those by you from the head offices.
I believe Summer Bash. I know season finale. Probably maybe Tennessee State Classic tournament. There could be more. I know Rampage 200 is coming up. We're definitely going to be there. That's after Summer Bash.
Oh,
that's actually
continue our celebration tour.
That's actually what I was about to kind of touch base on, because it seems like 195 is going to be such a huge episode, and it is because of the fact of hitting the 10,000 subscribers. But 200 is a huge accomplishment in itself. Like, above all else, like, we cannot really deter from the fact that that is such a huge accomplishment. There are so many backyard wrestling promotions that are, whether in business nowadays or previously, or even in the future, that will kind of come to the light and then kind of fade away, that don't accomplish something like that. So, like, put everything else aside for a half second and think about the fact that 200 episodes is a huge, huge deal. And that's where I'm sitting here going, it has to be a special one when it happens.
Yeah, of course. A lot of hard work, dedication. It took 9 years to get to 200 episodes. I mean, some companies, they can put out 5-10-minute episodes. These are usually over an hour of content each and every week. TBW is the best backyard promotion in the world.
TBW stands for the best wrestling.
So, yeah, a lot of hard work and a lot of time and effort put into this promotion. And I give my credit to those people that make this possible and happen.
And that's
even, of course, me as well. But yeah, Rampage 200, that's a lot of that's a big deal. That's a big deal. So yeah, we'll definitely be there. Stay tuned for that. I'm sure over the next few weeks, next month or so, you'll hear more about it.
Absolutely. Yeah. And honestly, I know we're probably trying to get here to where we want to wrap it up, because I know you all have busy things outside of just talking to me. Yeah, I know, man. I'm sorry to keep you up so late. I do apologize, but I definitely appreciate you being here. I will say, I just want to kind of leave y'all with the support of, you know, as a fan perspective, for so long you have a product from like let's just be honest, who they call the big guys as far as WWE, AEW, TNA, the Ring of Honor, whoever, that it kind of just feels stale. But when I watch TBW, it just seems like it's an interesting thing to come across all the time. And it's such a different product of what you see play out on screen. But there's always compelling storylines and interesting matches. And kind of where one comment set up here just a few minutes ago, then this one right here says the next few months of TBW genuinely might be the greatest stretch the company will have. And honestly, I don't think that I could agree any more with that, because it is just a point where you have Summer Bash, you're going to have Tennessee State Classic, you're going to have season family. As you were speaking there a moment ago, you do have the factors of like Jay Colch has been this title holder and this like he's been the bar really for the last few months as far as hey, he ended Gage Flair's career. You just have so many things that it's like, what does Ledger do from here? What will you all do with this group, with the title, with the manager? That I just sit here and I'm like, you guys are really set up for long-term success and a future here that I don't think we can ignore. That in itself, in addition to the 200 episodes of Rampage and in addition to the 10,000 subscribers, I think we can and ourselves agree this is going to be a long-term, sustainable, organic kind of growth from here, and it's just going to keep getting better. Would you agree?
Yeah, of course. There's a lot of things ahead for TBW. Not going to get into that. You'll find out eventually in the future. But, yeah, there's a lot to come. So just keep watching. Subscribe, like, comment, do all that, share it around. We're excited about the future.
Absolutely. Do either one of y'all have anything else you want to kind of say before we kind of start to wrap everything up here?
You're gonna send the check in the mail, right? You're gonna pay me for
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll be in contact with you. Once we get off here, I'll try to give you a call. I know you're a busy man, but if you would like me to wait till tomorrow, I'll do that and just make sure what details I need to include on there and kind of make sure we got the dollar amount correct. Okay.
Yeah, the last thing I'll say, stay tuned for 195. Hopefully it'll be out next week. Depends on weather, but yeah. Robbie Andrews, we fooled you at anniversary. We took your title. I took your best friend. He's now in Titan Inc. There's nothing you can do about that. So if you decide to show up on 195 in my celebration, something bad's gonna happen to you. So your best bet is to stay wherever you are. Don't even show your face to the TBW universe, because I'm just gonna sit here and keep proving why I'm the best in Tennessee backyard wrestling, and I can't wait to see what's next.
Absolutely. Connor, do you have anything else to add before we get off here? Maybe.
Rampage 195.
Fair enough. A man, a few words tonight. Guys, thank you so much for everybody who is on here and who was on here. Hopefully this is going to be a new thing going forward, that we will try to get episodes uploaded as much as possible. This is something, like I said, new for myself, new for the company. It will be great. It will be stuff that we'll try to be as cutting edge as possible. We may even try to do live broadcasts during pay-per-views and episodes of Rampage. So in the meantime, if you guys have any other things that you think of question-wise, just kind of save them for next time around. I promise you we will get to you. But thank you guys so much. Todd and Connor, appreciate you both. I know you have a busy schedule and you took the time out of it to kind of speak with me tonight. I sincerely appreciate it, and I hope you all both have a great rest of your night.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.